Don't do it.
Do you feel like Charlie Dixon and Emmanuel Aiko, they're kind of caught up in this as well? Like these are strays for them because now they're looked at like, I don't know if they're married or not, but now they're saying that Joy was with both of them, trying to play both of them against as far as getting higher up in for her hosting gigs. Were they brought in this like, yeah, we were pawns in this whole situation as well?
They are the new versions of Shaquille O'Neal in the Kobe situation.
Oh, man.
They at home with their families, and this come out. And
why a minute?
Yeah, like what I got to do with this? I ain't got nothing against nobody. I ain't offered to pay nobody, nothing. I bought a drink.
Consensual?
She paid for dinner.
Right. She took me out.
Yeah, I mean, why am I in this?
Man.
And so they're the new Shaquille O'Neals. Sorry, frat. I ain't mean to bring up old wounds, but but I mean, that's an issue. I mean, and so now this person went nuclear and potentially destroying other families behind accusations because now these men might have wives, even if it's not true.
Even if it's not
Even
true.
if it's not true, these men now have to go to their spouses and deal with these accusations. And you have women who will potentially divorce their husbands on principle because the kids know about it.
Right. Just the accusation of it.
So it's just...
It's messy.
Yeah, it's a messy situation.
I haven't seen nothing messy like this in a while.
Brother,
probably since Shaq and Kobe, but very messy.
Brother, that's because most of them don't go public. Yeah. Most of the situations don't go public. It's so many accusations and litigation that goes on with Starz. I had a case that hit my desk with at that point, that person was a A-list star. And it involved sexual misconduct. I turned it down because I couldn't really vet and get solid what I needed in order to move forward. And so it ended up going forward. I think it ended up getting resolved, but the parties in play had changed, right? And so if I would have had those original parties as lead on the situation, I probably would have taken it. But because they weren't, and because of the relationship and the contract, because another lawyer brought it to me, because of the contract that lawyer had, it precluded me from being able to represent all of the parties or the main parties or the parties who should have been represented.
Do you find excitement in going into litigation with a celebrity, or do you rather stay away from celebrity type situations and stick with the mundane, the regular man, the Joe Blow?
Man, I don't care. I don't. It's
task is a task.
No, brother. It's about doing what's right for somebody who was wrong.
There you go.
I really don't care. I told a brother today that his brother was harassed by the police and assaulted by the police. I told him, I said, look, whenever you guys get past this criminal thing, let me know. And I'll go after the officer. And I will blaze his behind. Because I just don't care. If you did something that was wrong to someone and hurt someone, you know, and it's valid and a viable case, man, I'll take it. I don't care. I don't care if John Peterson punched you in your jaw because he was drunk or Jerry Jones punched you. Now, I'm going to feel a little bit better because Jerry Jones did it in his own video. Yeah. Right? I mean, you know, the zeros are going to be different. But no, man, I don't care. I'm not looking at it. Matter of fact, I'm hoping to get the case resolved without anybody ever knowing.
How easy is it to handle a sexual harassment case? Because that's very muddy waters, and it's very much so, let's just show the facts, but let's convince of a history of possibly something of that nature. Do you like a sexual harassment case? Is that a hard case to try when it comes to like civil suits and things of that nature? Or is it like, because, you know, I remember Cuba Gooding Jr., and shout out Omar, he came through and sat down with us. But they had a situation where he said in video, all it was him brushing his hand up and down. It might have brushed a woman's breast area sideways, but him just throwing his hands up, come back down. That's all he saw. But yet a woman could, charge someone for harassment, groping, just things of that nature. And it's like, I don't see it. I mean, is that something where it's like very muddy waters, or is it more so like, give me the facts and we're going to go at it?
It depends on the attorney, man. It depends on the attorney. I mean, like I said before, I like my reputation in bringing forth solid cases that have been vetted, cases that I feel strongly I can get past summary judgment, which is the mechanism to get a case dismissed by the defendant without going to trial. I prefer to do that than take a case because it's sensationalized or because it's going to get me on Fox News or any kind of media. Like I said, I've done media, but you do it for the right reason and for the right purpose, to let the public know, to move your case forward, potentially to alert other victims that may be out there. There are several valid reasons to do it. But if you're just doing it because you want to show your cornrows or put on your new dress or your new suit and get on TV, nah, man, that ain't my thing. I told you when I first started this, being in front of this camera was one of the hardest things I had to do.
Man,
and so
you did it so well.
But it is very, if you do it for the right reason, man, and it helps someone, then kudos.